Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Firefighters Chalkboard. This is your host, Uncle Wayne. We are still moving on with the February Fools Podcast Bash. And this afternoon, we've got another podcast going on. We've got another chapter going on. We are rocking and rolling with this thing. But what we ain't going to do is have me say the way their chapter is called because I can beat it up big time. I'm going to let them name their chapter, introduce themselves, and we're going to jump into the thing.
Well, the correct saying is Puget Sound Fools. I've heard Puget. I don't know what else you've heard, Steve, but we are located in the Seattle metropolitan area. We cover Pierce County, King County, and Snohomish County. And if you were to envision what the counties look like, they're stacked from south to north. And most of us are located in Snohomish County. That's primarily where the chapter is epicentered now. We've had a long, proud history. We've been a chapter since 2002 officially, and a long, proud history of a lot of people from a lot of different departments. So it's a very proud organization, very tight group of people. It's very much alive with the brotherhood and the traditions and a little bit of training here and there. We've hosted two conventions. The first was in 2008. The second was in 2018, and we're rearing up to do our third one in 2027 to celebrate our 25th anniversary. So it's a pretty exciting time for the chapter.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah.
So that is Travis, and you're the president?
I'm the president, nearing the end of my second term. I'm up for election here, actually, in about a week and a half, so we'll see how things shake out. Might have some competition this go around, but if I get replaced, it'll be in good hands. So, and then Steve's been our merchandise trustee for how long now?
Let's see. I've been merchandise trustee now for 4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So, me and Travis, we're neighboring departments, on to his west. And been in the chapter since 2010. My first ever Fools Convention was our second convention in 2018. And I haven't missed one since. It's been great. I think when I became merchandise trustee was a turning point for me in not only our chapter but also in the Fools, the organization as a whole. I really started opening up to the, as I like to say, to the poison, and starting to really hold on to what firemanship is and what the brotherhood and the sisterhood really is. And it just, to me, is just an amazing thing. I love getting out there with these guys and doing the training and getting together, whether it's at somebody's home or just at, where we have breakfast once in a while together as a chapter, and just an amazing feeling. It's almost like recharging your batteries. And so whenever I get a chance to go to a convention and see the guys that I met from a year ago or a few years back that I haven't seen for a while, it just kind of recharges me. And so it's been a great ride so far. And I probably within the next 5 years, I'll be retiring, but I don't think I'm going to retire from the Fools. I think that's going to be something that's going to stick with me until I can take it to the grave. And it's just an amazing organization.
Yeah. I really like the fact that you said of talking about the recharging, and that's something we've been hearing in a constant. I've heard it, talking, having conversations with other people, even away from the full stuff we've been doing, and it's the importance of getting out of your sandbox, get around more like-minded people, and it makes you feel refreshed, and that way when you get back to work, you're ready to go at it again. It kind of breaks up the monotony of what's going on and kind of makes you feel young again, ready to go at it some more.
Yeah, absolutely. I came from a department which isn't too far from us that gave me my start as a career fireman, and I was there for just over 8 years. And I ended up leaving that department because I started complaining about having to go on calls, and that was absolutely my last straw, really. I mean, I was like, I need to get out of here because I'm complaining about a job that owes me absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And you know, it when I was there, that's when I got my first taste of being a fool, and no matter how much I was down with that department, um, I would go to a convention or I would go to a meeting, and I would see you, buddy. Sorry about that. My kid's leaving. I would go to a meeting or something like that and be recharged and go back to work, and it's like nothing even happened. And so it is definitely something that I look forward to being a part of, and I'm slowly getting my wife involved. The next 3 years or the next three conventions, she's going to be tagging along. So it's going to be a great time.
Jen,
Yeah.
I'm going to speak up on Jen's behalf. She is very involved. Steve downplays it. She is the backbone of the annual Christmas party. So he is
that's kind of true. She does put a lot of work in, and she puts up with a lot of bullshit. So but she's a trooper. Everybody likes her, and then she's very personable, and she is very supportive of all of the shenanigans and elementary things that us firemen do. So I mean, it's it's great. It really is. I mean, you think of the fire service being your second family. I think of the fools as being that go between my first family and my second family. I mean, they're right in the middle there.
Good way to mesh them together.
Yep. And so it's great. It really is.
The chapter is very tight. Very, very tight.
Yeah.
I think so. For as small as we are, I mean, we're what, 25 at the most.
I think we got 50 dues paying members, but we're 20 tops active members. Brendan's one of them. He's been a long-term member of the chapter as well. He did a stint as VP for, I think, 2 cycles, and then we're looking to get him on board for another service position here pretty soon. So more to come with that. But his dad was a battalion chief with Marysville up north of us, and he was a member for a long time. And he's still very supportive of us. And Brendan's been a long-term asset to the chapter as well. So
now, with that, Brendan, we don't want to leave you out. We're going to let you get your time in it. And I don't want to start a pot or anything, guys, but I should have got this group on before New England.
You should have. Absolutely, you should have.
No, this is better. We can come in and gloat about our betting win over the Super Bowl. There you go. That's right.
I ain't got no skin in the game on either side, so I'll just pick.
Well, Rusty's going to have some skin in the game here real soon.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's going to be in for it here at convention here in September. So,
yeah.
All right, so it is in September because I got Muddy River coming on in a couple of episodes, but it's I'm going to try my best. I got an invite from the International to go, and I'm going to try my best to make it out there.
Oh, you should go. Muddy River is a ride.
Time.
Absolute blast. Yeah, they do Brotherhood incredibly well.
Cool deal. So, Brendan, what do you got to throw to the plate?
Not a lot after what those guys had to say. So I joined, I believe I joined in 2012 is when I came on board. I kind of took a different route in the fire service. I've never been a career fireman. I took the route of volunteer and part-time while I worked full-time jobs here and there. So I started doing that back in 98, 99, around there. So, that's kind of the route that I took. I worked for Marysville with my old man for quite a few years as a part-time guy and bounced around to a couple other departments. And finally landed with my current organization down here in King County, where I work as an assistant fire marshal.
Okay.
But the constant with all of that has been the fools. And, I kind of felt down for a few years there because I was never able to kind of achieve that career job, that goal in life. But I was able to kind of keep my skin or my name in the world of the fire service because I was able to kind of what Steve said, come back to a meeting or go to a convention and recharge those batteries and get that brotherhood back into my blood and help spread that poison around. So I took a little bit of a different route, but Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my story.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
No.
So, guys, have you got any trainings coming up and stuff? Anything like that going on you putting together? Or
No, we don't have any training on the books. We really focus on tradition and brotherhood and sisterhood. I would say that's where our emphasis is. It's difficult to get training going here in Washington just due to the regulatory loads, and then there's not a lot of training facilities. We did do an open gym. Actually, Brendan's old department, Getchell, which is in Snohomish County. They have an old farmhouse that they use basically as a search prop, and there's been thousands of firefighters that have gone through this old farmhouse style construction house. It's been blacked out with paint and whatnot. And so we can do all kinds of stuff there. You can do multi-company operations. You can do VES. You can do RIT. You can do search. And we did take advantage of that due to our relationships with a chief there who is also a member of the Fools about a year and a half ago. We just haven't done anything since. And a lot of it's because and this is completely understandable. Our training trustee just recently had a baby. And so we play the long game with our members, and we understand that people get busy with life. And at some point in time, we'll do something again. But really what we focus on is a rhythm of putting ourselves in front of each other as much as possible. So obviously we have our meetings, we have our annual traditions, we have the Christmas party, we have the camp out, which is done annually at Chad Berg's house. He's a long-term member of the organization, really one of the backbones of the organization. He's been with it since the early 2000s and was the Dana Hannon Award winner in 2008. Really the exemplary example of what's a senior man. And they have a little 5-acre property up in Savannah, which is in Snohomish County as well. And we have a great time. We have a bouncy house. We have a bunch of barbecue, a fire pit, family friendly. They've been very gracious to host that on numerous occasions. There was a little bit of a gap in which they did host it, and then we revitalized it here in the past couple of years, and it's been fantastic. So other things we do is we do what's called Breakfast and Brotherhood. And how it started is Brian Root, who is our president for a number of years, his father died, and we just showed up at his house one day and, hey, we're going to breakfast, bro. And then Steve's father died, and then Jen's father died, and then we did the same thing. And then next thing you know, we're like, hey, we should do this on the regular. And so we do Breakfast and Brotherhood probably every couple months, where we just get together and have breakfast and coffee, usually after shift. We try and line it up so everybody can make it, and we will continue to do that on a regular basis. So it's just a good time. And like these guys have said, I've been a member of the chapter since 2009. And it's been the backbone of my career as well. It's really a second family to me in the way that the fire service is, but even more so. So with convention, we're looking forward to doing that. We're gonna do it in Snohomish County this go around. We've done it in Seattle the last few renditions in 2008, 2018, and we wanted to do something a little bit different this year, or this convention in 2027, to kind of throw a little twist on where most of us are operating out of, which is Snohomish County. So we're going to do something there, and we're really excited about. We're actively planning convention as it stands right now. We've got meetings pretty much every month or every other month going forward. So it's that's another thing that we do just to get in front of each other. As we come up to my place, we call it the war room. We hang out in the basement and order pizza, and people bring beer, and we bust each other's balls and do a little bit of planning, and it's been a lot of fun. So it's another way for us to recharge the batteries. So
there is nothing wrong with that, because if there's anything the fire service needs, is the older guys, the senior guys, pouring the brotherhood into the younger guys, showing them what the fools are, what the traditions of the fire service is, get them hungry for it so we can keep that cycle going on and on again. And because one of the big things I talk on a lot of times is mentorship. There's no better time. It doesn't always have to be a training. Some of the best mentorship moments I ever had in my life was sitting my butt on a front bumper just talking in a bay with somebody that had a lot more experience than me. And a lot of times just talking, enjoying that brotherhood, enjoying that fellowship time together and everything else is a chance for our departments to grow, us to grow as people, gain some mental wisdom out of things. That's great. Really good job.
you said.
Yeah, it's, I've been struggling with, our department has, so as South Snohomish County Fire and Rescue, they've been a department since 2018.
Okay.
And it's a conglomerate of different departments that came together to form a regional fire authority. And I came from one of the cities that bordered one of their or bordered their department. And when we came together and we joined to become South County Fire and Rescue, um, the average years worked within the department was over 25 years. And within the last 5 years, we have dropped that down to just over 10 years now. So our department over the last 5 years has become considerably young,
Mm-hmm.
and we're only getting younger. And we're losing, man, this year in June, we're losing almost a dozen people.
Yeah, because it's time in that cycle
of
for retirement. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm struggling trying to get across what the fools are and have it stick to our members, because there are these 20-something kids that come in and they want to come in, they want to do the job. They're happy to be there. Don't get me wrong. They're enjoying running the calls, of course, and doing what we do. But that's it. They don't seem like they want to do anything outside of the department. And so it's been difficult for me to kind of spread the word,
Mm-hmm.
and get them out, get that word out there to our younger members, to grow our numbers. And I mean, we got one kid. I was telling you, our kid who had the leak at his house,
Yeah.
Anthony. He, like I said before, he is what I consider our old soul, and he is the bridge between the old guys and the young guys.
Mm-hmm.
He really is, and he's got this. He teaches a little bit here and there about how the younger generation works, how they teach or how they learn, and how our older guys can talk with the younger guys.
Oh man, I'm loving it. I'm eating it
And
up.
it is an amazing thing. His perspective, he is so well spoken,
Mm-hmm.
and he delivers his word. He's taught this thing to all of our chiefs,
Mm-hmm.
not just in our department, but also in Surfer's department, Travis's department, and some of the other departmts within our Snohomish County area. And it is an amazing thing. But if you don't have that, ability to
Yeah.
talk with the younger kids, you're not going to get that word across. And that's where I'm having a struggle trying to get that word out there.
It's a battle. I can relate to what he's doing so much, and that's why I'm smiling so much, and I'm like crazy because that is my bread and butter on a lot of what I present to. Because with my job, I'm teaching those 20-year-olds that are in recruit school, and then looking at it, well, I've got 30 plus in on the fire service, so I could be the senior guy that's around, or I could be the bridge because I'm with them every day. So I've got the mindset of I've been here this long, but then I'm with these young kids every day. So I see how they learn, how they interact, what makes them tick. And a lot of times it's no different than us dealing with our kids,
Oh, right.
or at
Absolutely.
least me, because I mean,
100%.
they're close to the same age range. And,
Yeah.
and we're digging us a rabbit hole. We're going to dig away on this one. I love this part. Um, but it's so important for us to have that bridge, just like what you're talking about, what he's doing, because how many chief officers do we have across the country that are in their late 50s, early 60s, and they were part of the hard chargers, and they're just a completely different culture, and they don't know how to relate with what's coming up in the fire service now. Those kids want to work, they bust their ass, they try their best to learn and everything, but they're wired different. We have to
Yep.
be able to work their wiring, because they'll work themselves in the dirt as long as they know they're appreciated for it. And that's what I see a lot of times with the ones I've got. A little bit of recognition goes a really long way with these kids. And people say, well, they just say they want experience, and a career is an experience. All of us can attest to that. Having a career in the fire service is an experience. But when it gets sour enough, you try to find some sugar somewhere. I mean,
Right.
you got,
Yeah.
you got to, you got to kind of give them a little bit of what they want too. Um, it is. I love it. I would love to sit down and be able to listen to that, just to see how much I could reflect on, depending on the stuff I pass on. Because
he's got a. I mean, the way he delivers that, it is amazing. It really is. He was on. I told you he was on Corley Moore's Scrap.
He was on
he
Scrap.
literally delivered his message, and it was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, we're really fortunate. We got that sugar in our chapter with AC and then Eric. Eric's another old soul. Both those guys really exemplify the passion and the embracing of the history and traditions of the fire service. And we're in that transition period as well as a chapter. We've got a lot of longtime members, people who are on the back half of their career. I know some are retired. Robbie Fisher, longtime member of the chapter, still engaged. Pete Ness recently retired. Then Chad Berg, another legendary member of the chapter. He's going to retire this year. And it's these new guys, newer guys, younger guys, they're going to be coming in. They're going to be taking leadership roles within the chapter, and then they're going to spread the poison. And I think that's really where you're going to see that engagement with people coming to the Fools in our chapter specifically, because they have that voice and that passion where they really can connect not only with the older people like Steve talked about, really bring in those younger people as well. So it's we're in a great spot with that. We've got our old sages and our grumpy old guys, and myself included. But the young ones they keep us passionate and they keep us excited, and we're really excited to have them. We're looking forward to where things go, especially as it pertains to convention. I think it's going to be a really cool experience for us. So,
good deal. Good deal. So guys, I'm not going to say the word again. Puget. Hey, how do you?
There it is.
Puget. Well, technically, in Seattle, it's Puget. If you ever walk around the sidewalks in Seattle, it might be Puget, but
I'm a long way from there. They don't talk like me, I promise you. Guys, thank you so much for coming on here tonight. Thanks for being a part of the February Fools Podcast Bash. It's great for people to jump on and just brag about their chapter. I love it, and that's what it's all about. Talking about the brotherhood, what's going on. I'm sure anybody around, if you're around their area, I guarantee you they wouldn't have a problem with you stopping in and having breakfast with them when the guys get together. It's all about brotherhood, fellowship, loving the job, and just being around a bunch of like-minded individuals. Guys, I appreciate it. Everybody listening, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next guys. Step up to the chalkboard.